John Kochakji. I am honored to speak on John's behalf, and also uniquely qualified, as I have known John a good 35 years or so, give or take a few. I remember when I first met my big brother, and he looked upon me with those brown curls, sparkling eyes, and mischievous grin. There it is. And in that grin was a promise of a childhood full of mischief and adventure. Being one of 10 kids is a rare and special thing, but John was the first. And he dazzled young Bob and Ann and filled their hearts with joy. Then I came along, then Lisa, then Michael, then Kevin, Chrissy, Terry, Stephen, Carolyn, and Alan. But in the beginning, it was just us. John and I shared everything in those days, and we were constant companions. We shared a bedroom for 20-something years. We played Star Wars figures in the yard. We raced home after school to watch Robotech. And we rode our bikes several miles to Golden Apple Comic Book Store to follow the monthly adventures of our favorite superheroes. Our bedroom was a magical place. It used to be the garage, and it had dark wood paneling like a ship's cabin. The walls were filled with posters of spaceships, monsters, robots, and superheroes. We would lie in our bunk beds and throw our flashlights across the room onto the floor. We'd try to use the Force to make them levitate. I told John, I don't think it's working. But John said, it just might. Maybe if we say a prayer or something. So we made deals with God that if he gave us the Force, we would only use it for good, and of course keep it on the down low. I think John really believed it would work. And as we lied in bed, we would have conversations that would go something like, hey Pat, do you think Luke Skywalker's lightsaber could cut Wolverine's claws? And can you believe Storm beat Cyclops in a fight and won the leadership of the X-Men without even using her powers? Then my dad would bust in wearing his Santa Anita t-shirt, tidy whities, and crazy crooked glasses made of pipe cleaners, paper clips, and duct tape. And he'd yell, get to bed! We would turn the lights out, giggle a bit, and then John would say, hey Pat, can you draw me a picture of Thor in a cool action pose with his hair and cape blowing and lightning shooting out from his hammer? Sure, John, no problem. Oh, and lots of muscles. Of course. So John helped me to become a pretty good artist. Thanks, John. As far as the mischief goes, John was the original master teaser. He helped me to cultivate and refine my teasing skills. Thanks for that, John. And the siblings, thank you. And my kids and Lorna, thank you as well. As for adventure, well, we had our greatest adventures in Boy Scouts, where we cross-country skied through the high Sierras and canoed down the Colorado River. But our favorite place was Emerald Bay on Catalina Island, a place wrought with mystery and intrigue. It was my first time away from home for a whole week. It was John's second, so he had experienced the island and returned safely, wiser and full of tales of adventure. As we approached the island, we saw a gang of rough-looking kids carrying rocks on the shore. They looked like Tom Sawyer and his pals, but more unruly. Who are those guys? I asked John. Oh, those are the bad kids. They did something really bad, and now they just stack stones on the shore as a punishment for their crimes. Well, what did they do? I asked. You don't want to know, he said. Just stay close and you'll be fine. It's not my first time at scout camp, you know. Wow, John in the wild was so cool and brave. And he was always looking out for me. A couple of days later, we canoed to the other side of the island, to a place called Parsons Cove. There we would spend the day cliff jumping. John turned to me and said, okay, Pat, just watch me, I'll show you how it's done. So I watched John climb the cliff. He stood at the top, bent his knees, stretched out his arms like an airplane, looked up to the sky and jumped. I remember seeing his form and thinking, wait, that can't be right. While the other kids had formed perfect torpedoes, John had the shape of a magnificent bird. I think he may have even flapped his wings. Boom, splash, 65-foot belly flop. Oh man. Everybody waited for John to come up. John pops up, smiling and laughing, even though he was clearly in pain. His whole front side was bruised, and there he was, laughing, showing his spirit. John wasn't about to let a 65-foot belly flop darken his day. And that's a testament to his character. John is an eternal optimist. He always sees the good in everything. And whatever challenges and hardships face him, he always comes up smiling. And that's because John is blessed with a heart of pure gold, which he got from his mother. And it is John's heart that is his defining characteristic. And everyone here tonight has a special place in John's heart. Of his 1,721 Facebook friends, you're his lucky favorites. And we're thrilled that John has found someone in Virginia that truly adores him and values that generous heart of his. Since he has met Virginia, he is the happiest I've ever seen him. He has a spring in his step full of confidence and purpose. And that mischievous grin of his is even twice as big. He's always smiling, brighter than ever. Virginia, you're the best thing to ever happen to him. You're the thing he's been searching for his entire life. The girl of his dreams, his beauty queen. And with that, I'd like you all to raise your glass and toast to the bride and groom, John and Virginia.